What's up, everybody? Welcome back. All Day Bets. Alex Jacobs, Manny, Ruffin. March Madness is here. Conference tournaments are here. We are getting closer and closer to Selection Sunday, and people can then start making their brackets. This is a very exciting time. The weather is getting much warmer. We can then post up at the bars and bet a bunch of money on the March Madness tournament.
Potentially play some golf.
I know. I was thinking about those videos too, about like the whole getting ready part of the clip. So I was getting pretty excited about that.
Fucking swing the club again, man. Already passed a week, I think, since we went to fucking the range. Shameless, bro.
I know we gotta start.
Toby would literally like cry at my off-season grind for golf. 2 range sessions and fucking play. That's not perfect. That's not perfect preparation, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be better.
More preparation.
Gotta be better, bro.
More preparation. More time on the putting green this year.
Oh my, yeah. That's probably the worst part is I haven't been on the putting green, honestly. Swing on the 8 iron all you want, motherfucker. That's not the replay.
And the pitching wedge.
yeah. My favorite club all fucking time, I guess.
So to begin this whole show of March Madness and some MLB stuff, let's kind of kick it to some more of these reactive type clips, and we'll start it in the NBA of some Kevin Durant trash talk with Cam Spencer and the Grizzlies. Durant's quote here was, "I ain't arguing with y'all. I'm cooking people."
That's the type of shit I would say.
The fuck are you talking about? And then Cam Spencer says, "I don't give a fuck." And then after
favorite part at the beginning is when he pushed Desmond Bain, bro. That's what I knew KD was on timing, bro. I could really tell KD was on his shit when he pushed Desmond Bain. But like this is depressing at the same time, bro. Because the Suns, I think, are like, correct me if I'm wrong, like 30, 35, like still outside the play-in by like a couple games. Like, I wish they were having this energy as the 3 seed. Then my world will be complete, bro. It would be very complete if they were doing this as the 3 seed. You feel me? Like, swap with the Grizzlies even. Now, this is what I dreamed of the Suns being because, you know, Devin Booker's a feisty guy. Like, KD been talking more shit. I feel like KD's always talked some shit. But do you remember when he was at Golden State and they played the Clippers and Pat Bev was on the Clippers and they were really going at it? He was talking shit before that, but I feel like that kind of like slow flipped the switch in KD, and now he don't give a fuck. Now he really be talking shit. It just hurts that they just not as nice as I want them to be, bro. It's just depressing when I see shit like that. I'm like, this is what we could have been if we just were fucking, you know, instead of 30 and 35, we were fucking 42 and 21 or something. But it's all good, bro. You have Bud coaching them, so there's not much you can do about that. Everyone's finding out how fucking crazy this that guy has a championship. We need to be giving Giannis more props that he won a fucking championship with Bud as a coach, by the way. But yeah, I digress. Poor Suns, man. That shit got me turned up, though. Shout out to Cam Spencer, too. I like the white boys not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that a lot. You feel me?
Hey, I mean, this is just, I think, another testament to white boys being up. We can go back to Cooper Jean and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I want to say I want to say up with this one. I want to say up. But we competing though. He here. KD was cooking.
He shoved the shit out of him.
KD was cooking too, but he doing his job. That's his job. You know what I'm saying? So I actually, maybe he is up. He doing his job. He's not outside the play-in. He's in the playoffs. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You got the bulldog of Desmond Bain coming in for support there.
Yeah, maybe my fault, Cam. Maybe you might be up, Cam. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see you get some more buckets, pie.
The NHL getting a bunch of social media views from Connor Bedard, a lot of more fights, but just this clip from Bedard where he took an ugly cross check in the back and falls into the boards.
Hit him in the face? Did the cross check hit him in the face?
No, it was just then when the shot to clear the puck hit the boards and then ended up hitting him in the face. So you see,
there's cross check to like his hands and knocked over. Yeah, okay.
And then they try to clear the puck, and it just goes.
I saw people saying that he's getting targeted, bro. I don't know if this is getting targeted or if this you need to get your weight up, young boy. Like look how easy he fell down. I don't know shit about hockey, by the way. I'm just saying.
I would call that a penalty, but
that's a penalty.
Just me. It's cross
like the cross check.
I just don't understand.
I thought you meant the puck came in the mitt. But I saw people saying like the guy that hit him in the face with the puck was like that was like low key on purpose. I don't know if that's low key on purpose, but
and what's funny
I feel like he got to get his weight up, bro. I feel like this is good initiation, young boy initiation, bro.
The guy who cross checked him, number 55, that's Ryan Lindgren, who was just traded to Colorado from the Rangers about a week and a half ago. So that's funny how that.
Oh, for real?
Already seeing a clip of a former Ranger surfacing.
Yeah, get your weight up, Bedard. You cool. Like, I mean, this is good. This is good initiation for him. He's gonna turn him into a monster. You feel me?
Then the Red Wings scored what would have been the game-tying goal with 3 seconds left against the Senators, but the puck crossed the goal line just after time expired. You can see that it looks like it's a good goal in real time. They tie the game, would have forced overtime on the road against the Senators, and they're all fucking celebrating and fired up.
Bro, if you, oh my God, on the road, there's Red Wings fans there. Imagine how sick you are.
Yeah.
You getting up. I know some of them probably yelling at people, and then they review it, and you got, that's fucked.
That's
bro.
literally how stadium fights start. Right there.
That is how stadium fights start. That's why we love the game. The thing that's fucked, though, because I was talking about the worst way to lose bets, like, would this be the worst way to lose a bet? Like, you literally, because you can't really tell, you can't tell at all. Watching hockey, like, in situations like this, if they score or not, you see everyone celebrating, and then you're jumping up and down. You probably, like, maybe go to another room, like, you're not even looking at the game, and you come back, and you're like, wait, it's still, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, this might be the number one worst way to lose a bet. This might be over getting a home run robbed. Like, if you have a guy that knock off a walk-off home run, and he gets robbed, this might be worse than that, bro.
Yeah, well, the other thing, but in comparison to that, though, what you can say is...
The game was already over.
Well, not even that it was already over. This would have tied the game. So they still would have had to go win in overtime.
Yeah, it's actually a fact.
But, it's better to get the shot than to not get the shot, right?
Yeah.
Like
that might not be worse than getting the walk-off robbed.
It still is sickening to know
getting a walk-off robbed.
But also think about that, too. Like, the momentum that the Red Wings would have had in that game.
They'd probably win.
They probably win in overtime.
Yeah, they probably.
3-on-3 hockey, you possess the puck, win the faceoff first. You have all the momentum on your side after tying the game with 3 seconds to go. Yeah, there's a large chance that they're carrying that momentum into winning that game. Just a tough way to lose that one there. And then here we go with the Superman punch that has been all over social media. Yeah, this is amazing that this happened just because the social media exposure that the NHL has gotten from this is out of this world.
Yo, it looked like he went to that fight like, I'm not going to do nothing else but Superman punch this motherfucker. I'm not going to land no other punches. He might have landed like 1-2 other punches, but it was the fact that he landed like, pussy,
and then look,
like,
his head
it's slamming against the ice.
Yeah, you can see that. And then he immediately gets up, and as the ref's skating him to the box, he's like, my head.
Wait, so time out. Who won the fight, though? Like, who won the fight, though? Like,
I don't even know if you call a winner. I
think Seven might have won the fight,
It was like 3 seconds, though.
But look, Seven, like, I hit,
yeah, I guess you say he
I
won
think
the fight.
Seven might have won that bitch,
well, he
bro.
threw more punches.
He did get caught with Superman punch. That's a little fucked up. But, yeah, I salute both sides. I like going for this. I love that.
That picture is incredible.
There needs to be fucking fans hanging that shit up in their fucking man cave. Bro.
Yeah, they kept saying, hang it in the lure.
That is fucking glorious.
And of course, it's Leafs fans too. I bet you man caves in Toronto for those Leafs fans already have that picture everywhere. Pretty cool for the NHL.
Oh no, I might go 10-9, 7 from Utah, bro. I might go 10-9. I think I go 10-9 there.
10-9. Yeah. Speaking of that, the Pereira fight.
Yeah.
I had Pereira.
Nice.
Didn't think it was gonna go that way, and after in the press conference after, Dana White even said, did not think it was going to go that way.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant that in terms of like winning or losing. I just don't think he thought it was going to be like a kind of a poor showing and Pereira getting just out battled.
Yeah. Sometimes I didn't read the fallout this time. He's different though.
And then from Barstool, Penn State wins the game.
Bro.
Wins game 1 of the Big Ten playoff series against Michigan in a ridiculous fashion in overtime.
Bro. Did you see this?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Bro, what possesses you to go for this in this situation? This might be the best goal I've seen all year, bro. What?
Just so awesome.
What?
And the Selly.
What makes you go for that?
The Patty Kane, Selly, punch through the heart.
Bro,
Patty Kane.
Like that? How rare? That's rare. It has to be rare as fuck, bro. I've seen people do that, but it has to be like dumb rare.
I know. We got to see it even from a closer view too, because that doesn't even do it justice from the first camera angle of that. What a goal!
After I sent you, I don't know if you can bet on college hockey, bro, but we should have.
I think you can actually.
Because after that fucking goal I sent you, it seemed like a team.
Dude,
bro.
And he beat him short side on that. It looked like.
So as a goalie, are you sick here? Like, or do you just feel like he just did me bad? Like,
I think you're just like
it is what it is.
I just got beat.
Yeah, it is.
I just got embarrassed.
That's so fucked, bro. But that's like top 3 goals I've seen, like period, bro. Like situation too. That is disgusting, bro. That's absolutely disgusting.
And yeah, like
You
that's
could have scored a a tap in there. It would have been fucking electric. But the fact you did that shit, bro.
in overtime to win it. Yeah, that's an
insane.
insane way to do it. And then
Did you happen to see this live at all?
I did not.
This is so fucked.
Over to Dave Portnoy. He tweets here, the ref who just called that foul at the end of the Pitt and ND game shouldn't be allowed to ref a basketball game for the rest of his life. Just the worst call in the history of basketball. Disgusting. Let's take a look.
I don't know. He's funny when he gets in his bitchin' bag. Yeah, you don't call a foul there. You know what I mean? Come on, bro.
I just want to know where it was.
On the follow. Come on, bro. Come on. In March, homie. You feel me? In March. Anytime you call that foul, it's kind of crazy. In March, though, homie.
Where is it? What did he call? Over the back? I don't know what you called.
No, I'm trying to say that when 55 was reaching, I think I could. Like, what do they call? Hold on. But let me make sure I'm correct here. Yeah, they're calling the foul on the follow. I'm like 99.9% sure here with the guy reaching up for the ball.
I see that.
That is egregious to me, bro.
Oh my goodness.
If you had Pitt money line, I think Pitt was minus 4.5. So you know people in March, the minus 4.5, put them in the minus 200 in the parlays. You had that in there. So sorry, that's fucking disgusting. But yeah, we should never. I mean, it's March, guys. You know what I'm saying? And they're already calling our game soft, and we don't try this and that. And then you give them foul calls like this in the better final moments. They make it look any better, bro. What if he made that shit?
I don't think he got it off.
No, he didn't. Yeah, if I was 55, bro.
That's just disgusting.
It's not your fault, bro, at all.
I like that. That's a good word.
If you don't go for that, bro, you're getting berated in film, by the way. Like, if you don't go for that in any way, shape, or form, you're getting berated.
Oh, yeah.
Your teammates probably hate you. And then I go for it and barely, fuck it, bro. Probably one of the worst calls I've seen. You know, Dave Porter had like 400K on it, though. So
yeah, yep. And shout out Big Cat, by the way. 16-0 to start March. He won his first 16 bets in March.
That's fine.
That is just insane.
Might have to fade him in the tournament. That means he'll probably be ripping high confidence bets in the tournament. Cat, you might be a fade, even though you don't owe me. I'm just playing law of averages, bro. I don't know if this can continue. We might push notifications on, and we might be fading you until further notice, bro. But good shit though. That's fine.
Starting the March with winning the first 16 bets you place is an unreal way to take you in the tournament.
You know how that go. Next couple weeks. We might have to put the Big Cat notifications on and fade him.
Yeah, because it's a little scary because when you go into the tournament,
bruh,
that's
the strategy. There's some teams I have listed that
I'd be a little
that
scared.
have been hooping going into March. Maybe he has it. Maybe he's doing his thing. Maybe we need to be buying Big Cat stock. Not a boy, Big Cat. I ain't mad at you.
That's
it's legendary.
For the unit size that he has. I think it's between 5 and 10K is his unit size. That's a
hell
of a payday to start the month.
A couple little 4-leg parlay, little 3-leg parlays in there once a day. He up right now. You go to the strip club, Big Cat. You should have went to the strip club. After like 14, 15, I'm probably looking at maybe we should go to the strip club. Fuck it.
They were saying if you rolled it over, you would have made
too much money.
Millions.
Too much money.
First of all, who's doing that? And second of all, when you get to a certain point,
some of those games are probably on at the same time as well.
And also, they don't let you bet a certain amount. I think when let's just say you got to 8 in a row, 9 in a row, and your bet size now, if you're rolling it over, is 1.2 million. I don't think Fanduel is going to accept that bet.
Maybe not for 1.2. I see what you're saying. Maybe not for 1.2 million. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Probably not.
From that standpoint, first of all, no one's doing that, but just for the concept of it.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
But good segue into college basketball as we are here with the conference tournaments and talking about the Final Four before we get to Selection Sunday and figure out who is going to be drawing who and what the regions are going to look like and where everyone's going to be leaning for their brackets. Will we see a perfect bracket this year? We should put a...
When's the last time we saw a perfect bracket?
Had to be 10 years ago.
Because I remember it happening.
I do remember I think we were in middle school. Though.
Yeah, I remember it happening, bro. That shit had me on a kick for when we were in high school, bro. I really was on that. I thought I was going to be the next perfect bracket, bro. I had a 92% year.
Well, also because when you do that, you get a lot of props. Yeah. You get a lot of amenities and shit for doing that.
Yeah. I don't know if you say close, because when you're at 92%, you still get a lot of shit wrong. But that year when Kentucky lost to Wisconsin, I fucking cooked. If they won, I probably would have been around 96%.
I feel like it was like a young kid that did it when we were in like middle school. But this year says no one's ever had a perfect bracket, according to the NCAA. 2017, a bracket entered into Yahoo's bracket game correctly picked it 39 games before losing to Iowa State. 2018, 25 brackets were correct through the first 28 games, but UMBC's upset of Virginia knocked them all out. I swear I remember them interviewing like a young kid on ESPN when we were in like middle school that maybe he was one of the finalists, or I thought he did it.
Maybe he got far. Maybe he got screwed over by Kentucky too, bro. That was painful.
Wow, that's interesting. All right, I really thought there was somebody that did it.
You get bread for that?
You got to. And I feel like you get like tickets to the next like 5 March Madnesses or something.
A car.
Yeah, you should get a car. Well, I think they do that. That's the bracket challenge.
If you got picked for the putt to drive, would you knock that shit down? What would your odds be to hit the putt to drive as a 10 handicap golfer? What would your odds be? I feel like you have to see that sometimes, like some of the hacks going up there and like knocking down like a 70-footer. Like, bro, I'm fucking making that. What?
Yeah, but it's like so far.
It's very far, bro. But I've seen some fucks knock that shit down.
I know, and it's just, I mean.
There's no way. Like, it's like how though? Like, bro, it's got to a point. Like, how many people are doing it? Because I've seen a lot, bro. I saw the first one. I was like, all right, that's crazy. You might not see that again. Then I saw like another one probably like the next week. And I was like, damn, this is really knocking this joint down. And then I've seen like 3 more young bulls, frat bulls. Like, bro, I think you could knock that shit down, bro. Put the job for the Porsche. You're not knocking that shit down.
Well, they had. I would definitely give it a good run.
It's a break in that joint too, bro. It breaks a little bit.
I saw on game day, they had Duke and UNC. Obviously, they had a student come out, and Jay Will said, "No dribbles. I'll give you the ball right now. $100. I'll give you $100 if you make the 3." Wide open 3.
Making that.
He did give it 1 dribble, but he was like, no dribbles, just take the ball and shoot it.
Yeah, you gotta spin that joint.
And he just like, I think just out of like,
yeah, just nerves, adrenaline,
and just like
adrenaline,
muscle memory when you get a ball. So he just dribbled it one time and then he just shot it wet. So I was like,
don't get that to the right guy. I'll be seeing when I see the ones where people do like the layup, the free throw, the 3 and half court. I'm like, I'm definitely making it to the half court shot. Will I knock down the half court shot? I don't know, but I'm definitely getting there. Every time I see someone do it, I'm like. That's my measurement of comparison. If I do it at all, I'm like, is he gonna get to the half court? All right, he got there. He's valid. All right, shit,
and usually you only have time for like
a couple half court shots. That's why you gotta be 1
or 2.
Yeah,
because you gotta go chase that ball down too.
That is facts. Yeah, I'd be praying one day at my sister's game, like, let me get the layup free throw 3-point.
Yeah, when we're there courtside, bro, we'll put it in.
Like, let me get that
we'll throw it
time,
in,
bro.
All right, so do we want to talk here about the Final Four, or do we want to go conference champions first?
We'll go Final Four first. So I have 3 teams, kind of dark horses, interesting odds to make the Final Four. Start with the first one, Clemson. Made a nice run last year. I don't know if you remember. Chase Hunter and Ian Shefflin. Both hooping from last year's team, playing way better going into March this year than they did last year. I don't know if you know, but they are, since January 1st, the motherfuckers had to be hitting some crazy New Year's resolutions. They are 16-2 since January 1st. That also includes a win over Duke. They've also beat Kentucky this year when Kentucky was playing well. A lot of people have been talking about this ACC tournament. Because Duke's like minus 300 to win the ACC tournament. A lot of people were saying, be careful. There's a rematch coming with Clemson. And how will they fare in that? I don't know. I think Duke will probably win the rematch, but you can get Clemson, I think. Can you check the Final Four odds for me? I'm pretty sure it was like plus 657. It might have been. I think it was plus like 1,500 to make the Final Four. Yeah. Plus 1,500 to make the Final Four. I think it's solid, bro. I think it's a team that can be slept on that's been there last year. 2 key players that have been there last year, including a guard. I like that a lot. The next team I have is Missouri, which when looking at the tournament, right? Because everyone's saying how this is the deepest SEC of all time, or SEC, deepest conference of college basketball of all time. But I feel like not a lot of people are paying close attention to like the second tier teams of the SEC. Like it's all about like Tennessee, Bama, Auburn, which I mean you guys aren't wrong at all. That's probably the teams to pay attention to.
Florida.
But when I'm looking at teams as far as value, these teams in like the second tier of the SEC, I was looking at Missouri's 5th in the SEC right now, I believe. Clear second tier team in the SEC, but they obviously play in the deepest conference this year. And then one thing I liked a lot when it comes to making the Final Four, versus the quad 2 to 4 teams, they're 15-0. So like when I'm looking at that, where it's like their odds to me to get upset, it's Marsh very high. But the fact that you're that strong as teams that you're supposed to beat means a lot to me. I think they beat Florida on the road. They beat Bama at home. They had a 4-point loss to Tennessee. A couple other good wins. Like they beat Kentucky when Kentucky was one, but Kansas when Kansas was one, but Kansas is just terrible. But one of those teams where I think no one's going to pay attention to, and you could get real good odds for them to make the Final Four. They're plus 1,300 as well. I think I might take a stab at Missouri. I'm gonna try to find another middle second tier SEC team. I feel like we might see a team that Kentucky. I don't love them though. What do you think about Kentucky? I feel like you like Kentucky more than I do. I don't really love Kentucky.
I just feel like if they can get hot at the right time,
they can. Yeah, I believe.
Can compete with these teams in the SEC. Also, what we were talking about before we got started too is what has to be known for teams in the SEC. They're competing with the best of the best.
Yeah.
So I feel like that those teams in the SEC get a better overall grade versus any other team because they're playing in the SEC, where I would put Kentucky over a lot of other teams just because of who they've had to play this year.
Yeah.
So Kentucky, I think at plus 950 to make the Final Four is also a good look. And then I think for more of a, realistic approach, I'm a big fan defensively of Tennessee at plus 360.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know they're one of the top seeds. I get that. I
really don't. I don't know what I have against Tennessee this year, bro. Maybe I think
you didn't like their fucking football team.
Yeah.
And they hated you for saying that shit too.
I got family out there and shit too. I don't know, bro. I don't know why. Something about them turns me off. But you got Zakai Ziegler, who's played college basketball the longest tenure we've probably ever seen. It's fucking. Nah, let me chill. But I don't know. Something about Tennessee, their length, they can shoot the ball. Obviously play defense. Definitely a team to look out for, bro. But I don't know why they leave a bad taste in my mouth when I watch them play, bro. I'm weird with them, bro. I was taking a look, too, at Michigan State at plus 390 to make the Final Four. I feel like those odds could be a little bit better, in my opinion. Nah, they're solid, though. They're solid, yeah.
Plus 390 is great,
but solid.
If you look at it, they're in a category right now in terms of odds with St. John's at plus 390, and then there's Tennessee at plus 360. So they're kind of right in that pack of teams that really have good value for a shot to make it. Let's also not forget, too, just about a week and a half ago, St. John's was plus 440 and are now down to plus 390.
I was telling you about St. John's, man.
About 2 months ago,
I was telling y'all, man.
They were plus 750. Not 2 months ago, but about a month ago, they were plus 750.
I think you talked about it on the show. It was St. John's, bro. Don't sleep on them. You brought up Michigan State, which was a great point, but another team in the Big Ten, the third team that I had to make the Final Four, they're plus 850 to make the Final Four.
I had a feeling you were going there.
And it's funny. You know what's funny about Maryland? They kind of remind me of the Knicks. Not really, but sort of. They play their starters 28 minutes a game. Their starters, I think they score 80-something points a game, 83, 85 points a game. Maryland diehards, correct me on that. I think they score 85 points a game. Their starters account for 82% of those points. It's one of those teams where if they're, obviously, if their starting five could get crazy synergy going into March, get hot, kind of the chemistry they have together could be hard to figure out, having five guys that could really hurt you like that. And then they have two bigs that are good. If they're two bigs, Julian Reese and Derek Queen can stay out of foul trouble, because that's a big thing when you have two bigs that are good in March and they play the whole game. If they can stay out of foul trouble, Maryland can get hot. They shoot the ball pretty decent from three. I'm pretty sure they shoot 37% from three. Pretty sure they're 6-6 versus quad one. One thing about them too, they haven't lost a game this year by less than 6. So they've been in every game they played this year, even their losses. This is a team, they can stay out of foul trouble, because if you want to play five guys 28 minutes a game, you can't get fouls.
Right.
But if you stay out of foul trouble, shoot the three well like you have been all year, I think they have a chance to go far, man. Because that Big Ten, people have talked about the SEC a lot this year, and I like that you brought Michigan State, because the Big Ten is good, man. Not as good as the SEC, nowhere near, but it's a really solid conference where all those teams, I think, are pretty tested. That a lot of people in that come out of that conference. I've seen people talking about Michigan to come out that conference. Don't love them, but I could see it. But I like the Michigan State shot. That's actually a good shot. Something's speaking to me about Maryland, though.
Those are the two favorites.
The two big thing in college I'd be falling in love with. I don't know, bro. I can't fuck with them. And the jerseys I'd be falling in love with, bro. I like Maryland, man.
Yeah, Maryland's plus 370 to win the Big Ten, and Michigan State at plus 250. Those are the top two there. Wisconsin in third, a little sneaky plus 650. Also not a bad bet at Wisconsin, too, plus 650.
Not bad at all.
But I would be a little surprised if Michigan State doesn't take the Big Ten.
Dude, I think anything could happen, man. I mean, Wisconsin's been playing with anybody. Purdue's been one of those teams out of the conference that's been touted all year.
That's a good point, Purdue, yeah.
That conference tournament's going to be insane.
And then, obviously, when you look at your top. I mean, look, you got Duke at minus 160 to make the Final Four. Auburn minus 140. And then Florida and Houston at plus 140 and plus 150. I'm just not going anywhere near it.
Can you parlay Final Four teams?
That's a good question. Nope.
Bro, why are y'all so weird? Actually, why? I feel like this is the best. I feel like that's the crazy. Like, what? Is that not like the best parlay idea? Just to pick the Final Four and you get crazy out. What?
That would be really cool, actually. If you
Wait,
pick
somebody help me.
You know what they should do?
That'd be fire.
They should open it up after Selection Sunday.
They're not gonna do it, bro. They don't fuck with us. You can't parlay Final Four teams. You can't parlay. What else can't you parlay? You can't parlay something in MLB that's like really stupid too.
Player props.
Yeah, like what are we doing? Like like what are we doing? We can't be afraid to get cooked, can we?
That's kind of crazy.
Plus 350 to get a 1 seed.
Plus 360 for Duke to get the 1 seed. Auburn's minus 550.
Number 1 overall.
Number 1 overall.
I was like, what? Oh, okay.
And then if we look towards the conference tournament here, you have your SEC tournament winners here. Auburn at plus 145, Florida at plus 260, Bama plus 500. There's Tennessee there at plus 600. I don't think Auburn's going to win the SEC tournament. I'm just saying that right now.
What if you take a sneaky A&M plus 2K?
Sneaky A&M at plus 2,000.
A&M at plus 2K.
I like Florida at plus 260, but what I would end up doing probably, value standpoint, Alabama plus 500 to win the SEC tournament.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
I understand not a defensive-minded team.
They play that play style where if they get hot, bro, it can get real scary, man. I'm telling you. I've been saying that about Bama all year. They just don't play fucking defense sometimes.
Also, for Auburn's sake here, they are most likely already locking up the 1 seed.
Yeah.
So you think they really give a shit about winning the SEC tournament? Why would you put your money at plus 145 for them to win this?
They care, but like mentally it's one of those things where if someone's like, that's why I'm saying A&M, bro. Don't like, where were you for the Wade Taylor SEC tournament run? But you know what I'm saying? I think it's the last dance for him too, bro. Where were you for them at plus 2K, bro? It's just a takeover player in the SEC tournament. Why the fuck not? At the plus 2K. Been a Wade Taylor stand for a couple years now. That boy can just get a bucket when you need it. And I just love bucket getters. I might take a plus 2K and just lose in the first round and say, fuck it. Who cares? Donate.
Yeah, I'm not too high on Auburn in this tournament. But I do like Bama there, plus 500. I think it's good value. Florida's also good too. For that at plus 260, but in terms of value standpoint,
I'm so high on Florida. If I was doing a lot of brackets, I'd probably have Florida in the field. Like,
I think I'm gonna have Florida in one of them at least.
Too high on Florida, bro. I don't know why.
And then we don't
Where
have.
were you for the Wade Taylor run?
We don't have ACC up because they are playing.
Yeah, we got. Nah, I think they're not there.
No, just because those games started already.
Cowards. Don't want anyone to rip any. Don't want any more Clemson bettors. Cowards.
Yeah, so that's interesting stuff there. You obviously have a lot of these games kind of kicking off now for these Big 12 ACC games underway. Big 10 starting this afternoon on March 12th. And then at least are we going to do some early leans for national champion, or should we wait until next week when we have Selection Sunday done? What are your thoughts?
If you have any, I still have the same. I'm getting 750 for Florida. I'm taking that.
I mean, you have Michigan State down at plus 2,000. I think that value could be a little bit better. Tennessee, again, plus 1,800. I'm a big fan of that. And then there's Alabama at plus 1,100.
Where were you for the Wade Taylor run?
Plus 4,000 A&M.
Where were you? Where the fuck were you?
And then there's Clemson. They have not moved since we spoke about this last week. Clemson is still at plus 6,500.
Yeah. I think I'm going to just settle with them at the Final Four.
Yeah.
I guess if you take them to win, take the Final Four, I guess you probably should take them to win. But, like, fuck, bro.
And then Duke at plus 330 and Auburn at plus 380. So there's your whole Auburn, Duke, or their field. I don't believe that they have this offered on Fanduel, but they do have that offered on DraftKings.
Who loses first? I don't think you can figure that out till you see the bracket.
I don't think you can say that. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that till you see the bracket.
Now, again, you can argue Duke because they haven't played.
But if they just get better matchups, then it's...
Absolutely. So that's kind of a tough point to make there.
Yeah.
All right, over to the MLB. But before we get into that, because we are going to be talking a little bit about the Yankees and some big news, before we get into that, I do need to mention this. In a New York standpoint, Daniel Jones signs a 1-year, $14 million deal with the Colts.
I thought she was about to do an ad read.
No. That would have been sick, though.
I thought she was about to do a sneaky ad read. I was like, yeah, what we locked down. Oh, shit.
Daniel Jones signs a $14 million deal, 1 year, with the Indianapolis Colts. And this is just so hilarious to me.
It's a great signing, I think.
I think it's a great signing for sure, obviously from a money standpoint, and the fact that, you know, the Giants were paying him $40 million a year. I get that.
It also puts pressure on AR, too.
And that's, I think, the big point. Adam Schefter did come out and say that Daniel Jones was kind of pondering his decision because he feels like when he picked the Colts, he's got a better chance to compete for the starting job against AR than he does competing with J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota. So
100%.
That's all fair to say. But the one thing I have to note...
Does that not speak volumes?
That's another great point. Another great point. But the one thing that I have to note as a Giants fan that has dealt with Daniel Jones for his long tenure in a Giants uniform is you have Pat McAfee tweeting before his show that we got our guy. Just imagine that. Daniel Jones and we got our guy in the same sentence. Because all of the media and fans, including myself, I think the last time I said something good about Daniel Jones was 2022, but all of the media in his tenure with the Giants was he sucks, he's got no accuracy, his decision-making is horrible, and he's not an NFL quarterback, and he'll be a backup. But now we're talking about him being our guy.
I could see it.
I just don't understand it.
That boy played with Andrew Luck. I feel like Daniel Jones is like a very, very poor man's and like EBT Andrew Luck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like think about the skill set, all that, but just on food stamps. Like that, he's just Andrew Luck on food stamps.
But okay, so if
I can see the vision. I can see the vision.
But if he underperforms or he doesn't get the starting gig, or he has to come in if AR gets hurt, or they just aren't doing well to start the season, they want to try something new, let DJ get in there and run the offense for a couple games, and he doesn't perform, are we immediately just going to go back on what we said about him being our guy and shitting on him again? I just think the flip-flop of Daniel Jones from the media perspective is insane. I backed him as long as I could as a Giants fan. In 2022 was the last time I did it because when he shit the bed in 2023 and then tore the ACL, I was kind of out of it, but I said I would give him one more shot. And then in 2024, just a complete and utter embarrassment, and I was done before he was released.
That's still gang, bro. That's still gang.
So I just want to know the flip-flop for me on Daniel Jones is just absolutely insane.
We don't know where Pat was at though. At least I don't know where Pat was at. Maybe he was doing it. I don't know where Pat was.
I don't officially know where he was at it. I don't think he's
DJ,
got his shit on players, but
that's still gang, bro. Like it's crazy because I was hating on DJ like before 22, and I remember 22. I was like, bro. He's not him, but bro, I could see the vision. If he gets his shit together, I could really see this being a solid NFL quarterback. I could see him being Brock Purdy-esque, a little better, a little bigger, a little faster, but do the same things. I could see it.
2022, he was a leader.
But I think there was times where people I think it's what happens with a lot of players when people put them in conversations that they shouldn't be in early because people were saying Daniel Jones could be this, Daniel Jones could be that. And then like when you're inconsistent and you're young and you have different coaches and your locker room probably doesn't have as much confidence in you as you think you like. I think a lot of that. I think it's very hard to play quarterback in a locker room that doesn't have confidence in you, bro. Especially a year after they get rid of a guy that everyone thought was the most important player, best player on the team. I feel like it's just hard to do. I'm not trying to.
I also think,
but I think a change of pace, a change of scenery could be good for him, especially in a locker room. Pat McAfee was talking about that doesn't really have many leaders, so like they're trying to do a full rebuild in there. Shane Steichen's the coach. He's done very well with quarterbacks before in the past. I personally think, I don't want to say slam dunk signing because it's like very, very reactionary to say that, but I think this is one of those signings that if he does well, like maybe he gets a second contract, people are like, damn. They actually found some value for Daniel Jones, who is Andrew Luck on food stamps, and it could work out, bro.
But you didn't do him justice by giving him top 5 money. Well, I think that's not his fault. But that's not his fault. But that gives him unwarranted pressure.
That's where a lot of the problems I think started.
When you don't even get anywhere near close to expectations, it's a disaster.
It's very bad.
So this one almost feels like it's better for Colts fans. I can try to understand it because hey. We're not as dumb as the Giants. We gave him 1 year $14 million instead of 1 year $40 fucking million.
And like, bro,
so I get it.
think that kid has potential, bro.
But this is a guy that we've been shitting on for years. And we want to now completely switch the role and say he's the guy.
Yeah.
He like, and also you said it at the beginning of this conversation too. Does that not talk about your 22-year-old quarterback in Richardson that you're talking about? Daniel Jones is your guy when you still have to figure it out with Anthony Richardson.
Speaks volumes.
That's just crazy to me.
I think and this is a speculation, right? We have no idea. I have no idea what's going on, but just based off reports I've read and beat writers and shit like that, like it doesn't sound like Anthony Richardson right now is the best leader. And I hope that changes because I think that guy is oozing with talent and can be a very good player in the league. I think with Daniel Jones, they could be seeing someone as, when you get these guys that are, what Daniel Jones, 27, 28 at this point? Like around vet age on your second chance, third chance, I think you enhance a lot of leadership qualities. I think we've seen Baker go through it. We've just seen Sam Darnold go through it. I think we've seen Geno go through it. I think we get even like Nick Foles when he came for his second tenure with the Eagles, even as a backup when he stepped in, like just more of a leader, just knowing that you don't get chances like this a lot in the league, and your main job as a quarterback is to keep a locker room together. I think he has an opportunity. I don't know if he's going to capitalize on it as much as I think he will, but I think he has a great opportunity, and it could work out, bro. It could be sad for Giants fans, but I think if you guys get Shador, then who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but on that point though, last thing though on that point is if he does do well, and again I'm going to root for him, I am, but if he does do well, it's just going to be another
on brand
tally mark of a laughing thing
Oh
against the Giants.
Odell gets a chip.
But you know what's annoying?
Saquon gets a chip.
JPP left, got a chip with the Bucks.
JPP gets a chip.
Kadarius Toney left, got a chip with the Chiefs.
Oh my god.
But I think I will say though on that point
Xavier
with
McKinney.
McKinney balling out, and then you sign Holland, you give Darius Slayton the Saquon Barkley contract. It's all continuing to add up to more laughs and more laughs and more laughs. And I get it. But to the Daniel Jones standpoint, if he does exceed expectations and he does well with the Colts, you can't blame that on the Giants.
No, you can't.
Because you saw what he did in the Giants uniform, and everybody shit on him. So I don't want to hear anybody, if Daniel Jones exceeds expectations in an Indianapolis Colts uniform, that they come with the Giants, because y'all shit on him when he wasn't a Giants uniform.
Just the fact that you gave him a contract that he wasn't worthy of.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gave him top 5 money for no apparent reason at all, and then the Hard Knocks quota, we're not going to have a $40 million quarterback to hand off to a $13, $14, $15 million running back. Well, more laughs, but I did have to mention that because the flip-flop was just insane to me, and it just had to be said. It had to be said. Over to the MLB. Keeping it in the city of New York, in the Big Apple, Garrett Cole, Tommy John surgery, out for the season. Scary stuff for Yankees fans. But from a betting perspective, this team is still plus 165 to win the AL East. Giancarlo Stanton still has not figured out what's going on with his elbows. If he does require surgery in one of those elbows, he will be done for the season. No DH.
As the top odds to get the 1 seed in the
plus
AL.
165 for the AL East to win that. You have win totals. They are 88.5. So you're telling me 89 wins is going to win this division?
What
am I missing?
Correlation. How are you plus 350 to get the 1 seed? How is that possible?
They're plus 390 to win the AL.
How is that possible? How is that possible?
Well, I'm confused. I would like to try to figure out what the FanDuel betting odds here, what they're trying to do to take from New York fans, because that value is terrible.
They actually are trying to rob it because they know you're going to run to bet this.
To earn the 1 seed plus 350 and the Orioles in second at plus 550. How are they the favorite to earn the 1 seed, win the AL, and win the division when they don't have a DH? They just lost their ace.
Yeah.
Jason Dominguez is still trying to figure out how to play the left field position.
We can get to him in a second.
I'm just confused. What are they seeing, or what are they trying to do to bettors to steal money? Because I can tell you right now, 89 wins, it's going to be more than 89 wins to win the AL East.
Yeah, what?
So how are they the favorite at plus 165, but their win total is 88.5? I don't get that.
Would you take the over-under on the win total right now?
I would take the over-under right now. As a biased New York Yankees
Over
fan,
80. Yeah, I think 88 is a little low. I think even in a rough year, y'all could eke out like 91.
they got to get. I mean,
90.
if the Yankees, regardless if they have a couple losses here and there's some injuries there, you got DJ LeMahieu dealing with some calf stuff. You got Luis Gil with a lat strain. That's going to sideline him for 3 months. Obviously, we just spoke about the Tommy John surgery with Garrett Cole. And then you got Stanton, who has no idea what to do with his elbows. I still think that team can get 89 wins.
Is this Nike's delusion? You got Aaron Judge. And you know what? You also have to close out games.
Yeah, Mr. Devin.
So that could get you to 89. I think it's optimistic, though. I think listing everything you just listed, and then we're depending on new guys. I mean, I don't know. There's still a lot of talent there, bro. I think 89 is doable. I think it's just, like you said, crazy that you are a favorite to win the AL East, favorite to win the AL, and then favorite to get the 1 seed in the American League.
And here's the other thing I'd say, too. That starting rotation. Hey, Marcus Stroman. You don't have to bitch about not being a starter.
Need you now.
Because now you're in that starting rotation.
Is he 3? Is he 4 now? Is he 3? No, he's not. No, he's
you got to
not 3.
put Max at 1.
He's 4, right?
You put Max up there, then you got Rodon. And then you put, I guess you could put him 3.
3 or 4. Yeah, he's probably 3 or 4.
Because Heel's going to be out for 3 months.
That's what I'm saying. He might be 3 now. He might be. When we're playing the Red Sox, he might be on the list of people. Oh, we going to see Fried, Rodon, and we going to see. That good for you. You know, all that bitch paid off. My God.
I'm just
did find out what type of guy you are.
Completely shocked at looking at these odds, and I was completely unaware of what those odds actually looked like before we sat down to record this show.
So when you go back to the divisions, right? The Orioles are getting a lot of love, but do we like the Red Sox over the Orioles with Bregman Crochet coming in? You know what I'm saying? They already have good ball players out there.
Clearly, the books know what they're doing here because they're giving the Red Sox and the Orioles the same odds to win the AL East, but they have no clue what they're doing with the Yankees, giving them the Yankees a favorite here.
Can you go back to league winners? Because something's not adding up. So they're plus 270 to win the AL East. Is there sneaky value for the Red Sox to buy to win the AL, East at plus 270, and then you get them at plus 800 to win the pennant? Because if they win the AL East, get the bye, probably first seed, as the odds are saying. Obviously, the Rangers can snap, like Ash can snap, whatever. But just correlating off the odds, if they win the AL East, they could get the 1 seed, get a bye, be a series away. They might be sneaky valuable. I know it's probably painful for you to say or just even, but the Reds. I'm trying to decide between the Red Sox and Orioles who would be more valuable in this situation, bro. I think for the odds, you might take a stab with the Red Sox.
Definitely take a stab at the Red Sox, but you take a look. Obviously the Orioles have been there back-to-back years.
Facts.
Cannot figure it out when they get there, though.
And how big is losing Corbin?
Definitely a big loss, but they've shown with the young kind of core that they have, they're able to get there.
They're OP, yeah.
The problem is getting there, having a home series, and then blowing it.
Yeah.
With the season that they had. So I would still think that they are more experienced.
We did turn the TV on and see Adley Rutschman send one fucking out of this world instantly. So you are correct, yes.
So there's and Jackson Holiday's going to have a breakout year in my opinion. But at least from a value standpoint, the Red Sox have value.
Really cool. If he could take off, bro, that'd be so sick to watch. Him, Gunnar, Adley. If Jackson can take off this year, that would be fucking sick.
It was funny. They did the MLB did a video of I'm passing the phone to so and so whatever. So Bryce Harper starts and he's like, I'm passing the phone. Hey guys, I'm Bryce Harper. I'm passing the phone to a former teammate. And Soto comes up. And then
fuck.
So Jackson comes on. Jackson Holiday comes on and he's like, hey guys, Jackson Holiday here. I'm passing the phone to someone who played with my dad. And it's Aaron Judge.
Wow. Holy fuck.
Which I didn't realize. I forgot.
Aaron Judge is 33, 34. Or he might be older than that.
No, I think he's 31, I think. But he still played with him.
Yeah, shit.
So, okay, I have some props here. 2 of them are faced towards the Yankees. But based on what we said, I think this will help. Okay, so some MLB player props. Let's go to the strikeout section on Fanduel. Max Fried over 51.5 strikeouts, minus 113. With the loss of Garrett Cole, he now has to be the guy. Has to.
True.
Had 166 last year. It just goes to show.
Great regular season pitcher, bro.
He needs to be healthy.
Stay healthy. Great regular season pitcher.
This is the moment where he has to step up.
Yeah.
29 games in last season, and it's his rotation.
Mm-hmm.
This is it's all on you. I'm gonna take that gamble of 51.5, knowing that you're number one now.
It's not bad.
And I believe when Cole was in there, Cole's was much higher than that.
Mm-hmm. I think he was close to 170, 180.
I believe so too.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go on the fact that you're the number one guy. The Yankees need you more than ever to start out and lead this rotation.
Change of scenery.
Yep. In a new spot, in a new uniform, rocking a muzzy now.
And he don't gotta see the Phillies in round one of the playoffs no more, bro. So he might be a playoff performer now.
I'm a big fan of that.
Shit. My fault, Max. I don't be trying to slander you, bro. I'm just a Phillies fan.
I'm gonna keep it with the Yankees here.
Yeah, let me not.
And I'm going to go with home runs. No, it is not Aaron Judge. It is Cody Bellinger over 20.5.
That's just pretty low for him.
18 and 26 in the last 2 seasons with the Cubs, but also short porch is in play.
18 was last year?
Yeah. 18
So
was last year, 26. He played 130 games in the last 2 seasons.
In the Windy City? You come to New York, like you said, short porch?
That is so crucial for this. Short porch. He played 130 games the past 2 seasons. Maybe we can up that number this year.
Give me 25.
I think we can get,
we get
20 and a half. It's minus 110.
We can get 25.
I feel like...
Does he have a value line? Like,
for
does he have a 30 plus?
He's got a 30 plus. Let's see if he's on this list.
E down there because they got the minus 200s and shit.
30 plus for Cody Bellinger. Is it in here? It's got to be even way further down. I don't even think he's on there.
Damn, you could probably get some good.
No, there he is. There he is. Plus 340. Plus 340. Cody Bellinger for 30 is plus 340. I don't know if I like that value.
Yeah, I don't like the value either. I'm looking at like Adley Rushman, just like 320 to hit 30. Like, what do we like? Fanduel is so fucked.
But I'm just telling you, you got the short porch now in play for Cody, and he needs 21 homers.
So what do you like? I don't know why I'm on some. I just see the name right there, and I know I'm on some Red Sox Dickie right now. But like, what is Bregman's odds as a righty? Had so much success in Fenway every time he's played there. Unreal numbers at Fenway. He's hit a couple over the fucking monster in his career as an Astro. What's that line? 21.5. I had to look into the numbers like from the years prior, but yo, I feel like him going to a park that he's literally one of the best hitters of all time at 21.5 home runs might be worth a little looky, bro.
21.5. The only thing I'm a little bit scared of is, he's got to pull it over that damn monster.
Yeah, and he's done it. He's done it though. He's had like a ton of. I've seen him put it over that monster a couple times, bro. He's like I remember watching the spring training game. He's literally one of the best hitters of all time at that park, bro. It might be an interesting look, bro.
Lastly, for my prop, let's go to stolen bases here on FanDuel. And people should know the tab and the person that I'm going to target here. Shohei Ohtani, over 29.5 stolen bases is minus 120. Let's remember, he had 59 last year.
Yeah.
So just out of pure looking at numbers like that, I mean, why just not throw a dart in there? Obviously, it's going to be, you assume it's going to be way less than the big number that he had in the year prior. But I'm seeing 30 stolen bases is the number that we need at minus 120. I'm going to take that for Shohei Ohtani. He doesn't have to have the damn near 60 that he had the year before, but 29.5 bases stolen over. I'm going with Shohei Ohtani there. I feel like that most people are going to be looking at your L.A. De La Cruz. Maybe you sneak in, a little O'Neal Cruz. But I'm going Shohei Ohtani over 29.5. I do not think that's a bad bet, and it's solely based on what he did last year with base after base that was stolen, and it just the numbers were insane.
Yeah, fuck with that. What is Trey's number?
23.5 for Trey Turner.
That feels low. That feels so low. Does that not feel low as fuck? What? That feels hella low, bro.
And they don't really have many guys listed on this.
Nah.
And then over to win totals. Had some fun looking at a few teams to take their over on in their win total. No, I did not take any unders in this. But let's go down and take a look at the San Diego Padres over 85.5 wins. Minus 114. Just to take a look at this here. The rotation now looks like Dylan Cease, Michael King, Yu Darvish. They added Nick Pivetta on a 4-year deal in free agency, and they also added Kyle Hart as well. Take a look at the infield. Luis Arias, Jake Cronenworth, Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado. They lost Ha-Seong Kim for Tampa Bay. They did add the addition there of Connor Joe from Pittsburgh. We'll see what the first base position is going to look like in the infield.
Ha-Seong Kim was the fucking man.
Yeah, it's a huge loss.
That motherfucker won me a lot of bets last year, especially with Tatis did what he was dealing with.
So that was a big loss.
But Connor Joe's a baller, though. Connor Joe's a hooper. Just was in fucking Colorado.
He also was a first baseman for Pittsburgh, too. So there's a lot of first basemen right there in that infield.
He was just in purgatory, bro.
And then another big loss for the Padres, though, was Jurickson Profar, who went to Atlanta on a 3-year, $42 million deal. But that outfield still looks pretty good. Fernando Tatis, Jackson Merrill, and then they added Jason Hayward, the 35-year-old man there. Figure out what the other additions will be, and who can substitute in the outfield there. But I'm okay with what that lineup looks like. This team didn't finish poorly in that division. They didn't win the division, but they were competing well enough to get themselves in a good spot. They had a good series against the Dodgers as well. I think this team for 85.5 wins, they did do it in 2023. They did do it in 2024.
I think for the Padres, not winning 86 games is a major disappointment.
Yeah.
If they don't win 86 games.
I mean, that's why I'm naming the roster there, because if you just look at that roster, the rotation got a little bit better, and that team's got to win 86 games. That team is capable on paper to win 86 games. Yeah. I'm very happy with that team. And again, it's going to be a tough division, obviously. You got to play the Dodgers. They do have a little bit of a tough start to start the season, but again, long season, and you need 86 wins. I think that's a good number for them. And then the other win total that I have is the Detroit Tigers. They are minus 110 for 83.5 wins. There was some additions there for them. Nothing crazy compared to what the Padres did.
Sure, but for the Tigers, bringing in the people they brought in, that's big moves for them. For the Tigers,
Gleyber Torres comes in from the Yankees.
That's
Tommy
big
Kahnle
moves.
comes in from the Yankees, and then Jack Flaherty comes back.
That's big moves.
Leaves
bro.
at the deadline, wins the World Series with the Dodgers, and then he comes back. They had 86 wins last season, which is their best since 2016.
Yo, for an AL Central team, that's damn near blockbuster. That's damn near blockbuster
and also,
for AL Central.
When they ended up going and beating the Astros, I mean, they were like the Cinderella story.
They play real baseball.
Everybody was rooting for them.
I'm talking small ball. Matty Vierling's going to send it the opposite way, steal a base. They play real baseball over there. How you're taught to play when you first play on a big field. That's
Parker Meadows starting out on the IL, but he'll be back and better than ever, ready to start the season. This is a good young core. You got Torkelson there as well. This is a good core for them, and you add Gleyber at second base there, who once he got moved to the leadoff position late in the season for the Yankees, really took off. This is a team where everybody was rooting for them late in the season just to get into the playoffs, and then when they upset the Astros in Houston, it was like, this is the team. So my thought process is, just from a narrative, you make a couple good additions, you bring Jack Flaherty back, but you make a couple good additions, and then you just get the fun factor of how fun it was to root for this team down the stretch. I think you can do it again. And at 83.5, it's a good line compared to what they did last year, but I don't think they're going to have to work as hard as they did down the stretch to get 86 to then make the playoffs. I think they'll have a little bit more of a comfortable end of the season while hitting this line. We need 84 wins.
AL Central is such a weird division, bro. It's such a scrappy division, and they all literally end up around that win total. Sometimes you'll see a team that gets in the 90s, but like what's the Guardians win total?
82.5.
Yeah,
and that's
bro.
Plus money.
Yeah, it's such a scrappy place to play, bro.
So I'm happy with the two there. I think the Padres are going to be.
What's KC's win total?
82.5.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great point. I mean, everybody's right around
division, bro.
That kind of number there. You have
Twins are probably in the 70s now.
83.5.
Wow.
So everybody's there.
It's gonna be a scrappy division.
Where it then begs the question: Minnesota Twins plus 210 to win the Central. Tigers at plus 250.
Yeah, I just don't love the. I mean, it'd be nice to sweat one. Like, if you could can you parlay this at least, bro? Like, at least to make it worth the fucking sweat.
Yeah.
Wait. All right. All right. Tigers. We go fucking Red Sox.
Hell no.
You actually want to go Yankees? You're such a pig, bro. Like everything you said at the beginning of the show, you want to take the fucking Yankees. I understand. I overstand, actually. I overstand. Really? No Mariners love?
No Mariners love for me.
Really? Yeah, we're not winning the division.
You don't think the Phillies are going to win the division?
No, they probably win the division. I just hate, like, they piss me off, bro. But yeah, I'll happily take that. They just piss me the fuck off. Give me the Brew Crew, bro.
No, give me the Cubs with Kyle Tucker.
Brew Crew and a fucking
Give me Kyle Tucker and the Cubbies. Don't do that.
Long-time legendary announcer just passed away. Like, they probably wear his.
All right, we'll take the Brew Crew.
They probably wear his
fine,
initials on the fucking on the helmet every game, bro. It could be a narrative season, bro.
Ew, bro. I mean, you have to.
Fuck those guys. I would just leave them out of the parlay.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them in there, bro.
So we were just kind of fussing around here on making a parlay for the division winners. We got the Tigers in there, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Phillies, and the Brewers. Those odds are 29,272.
If the Yankees win the division this year, bro, they got it. After what you just told me, they got it, bro. I think that division might be hell, bro. I even think the Blue Jays might have not something to say about winning it, but they'll have something to say about.
I want to end up actually doing
annoying
something
as
realistic. Like if we just did like 3 teams, right? Like I'd be okay with taking the Phillies. Season-long sweat to win the division.
I'd be okay with that. Nah, leave me out of that division, bro.
I want to take the Tigers plus 250
Really?
to win the division. I think it's great value too.
Okay.
And then I think I got to be biased. And
No, bro. No.
so we're just not touching the Yankees.
There's just no, after what you told me today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a tough start to the season. But who's to say? Once we get June, July, we're snapping.
Back rolling. Okay.
But I feel like with the start of what the injuries will do to the Yankees, you could probably, assuming they get off to a slow start, you could probably get some good value for them.
What do the Cubs do this?
Yeah, Cubs actually would be a good shout because Kyle Tucker edition, minus 105 there.
I like the Brewers. I don't know why I like the Brewers, bro.
I mean, those 3 right there, the Phillies to win the NL East, the Tigers to win the AL Central, and the Cubs to win the NL Central. Those 3 there are plus 18-13.
What the Brewers did to that?
Take it up immensely. Yeah, plus 37-22. If you take out the Cubs, you add the Brewers. Brewers are plus 290 to win the Central.
Yeah, that's an insanely valuable parlay. I probably would run it with the Brewers in it just to get the insane.
Just
value.
to get the better value.
Insane. Like you probably put 25 on that to win like what? Yeah,
$1,000.
Yeah, that's kind of that would be talking to me, bro. That would be a nice season-long sweat. Actually, might rip that, bro. I think Brewers, fucking Phillies, and Tigers. AL Central's gonna be insane. That's gonna come on the last day.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the
last day. Bro.
A really fun division that may just get overlooked.
It always does. You know what I mean?
It always does.
They ain't winning. You know what I mean?
And then obviously, you got what the fun that it is going to be in both the AL East and the NL East. You got the Red Sox now competing again. Obviously, roster on paper there, and then the Orioles with the young.
People probably, how do you not take the Mets when they get Juan Soto in there?
Yeah, and then you got the Braves at plus 135, the Phillies at plus 180, and then there's the Mets at plus 210.
That's super valuable, bro, for the Mets. I fucking hate them, but that is super valuable, bro.
Dude, what's up with FanDuel and just getting New York fans to biasly take their team? I mean, if I'm a Mets fan,
210, I'm taking that.
Plus 210, you're getting 2-1 to get my team to win the NL East. I'm taking it. Yeah, if I'm a Mets fan,
yeah, I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm taking that.
So FanDuel's on something.
I would take. They know who's betting, bro. They know who's betting. It's the New York motherfuckers. New York nasty ass motherfuckers. They know y'all about to take that shit. Yeah, FanDuel knows.
With Soto there too. That's funny, man. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I still think the Phillies are pretty good value there. You almost get 2-1 plus 180.
We've just seen a lot of things in the city with that team.
Team did not look that great in spring training.
It's all right. It's okay.
I know. That's why I keep saying. I'm like, all right.
I was hyped about Luzardo. Then you see him give up 3 straight home runs.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. It's all right.
I was watching that shit live, too. I'm like, whoa.
It's all right.
Poor Rob Thompson was on the broadcast.
It's all right.
Stuck on the broadcast.
You deal with how Rob would deal with it. Don't even acknowledge it. It's just happening. It's all right.
And then lastly here to touch on some of the awards. I just want to make sure. Can we parlay these? Yeah, so we can parlay stuff. So before the season starts, I do want to do an award parlay, even if it's like 2 guys or it's 3 guys, just something to sweat for awards. Because I keep seeing too many times, so many guys are cashing on player awards at the end of the year. Like, Paul Skeens paid out so many people last year. Mm-hmm. And even like in May, his value was incredible. Like plus 1,500, plus 2,000.
Football should have went our way.
Yeah, for sure.
Football should have went our way.
So just looking at it here, we are going to end up making a parlay then. But just to kind of talk about the American League Rookie of the Year. Last year was Luis Gil on the Yankees. This year, the favorite is Jason Dominguez at plus 370, the 23-year-old rookie. In for a breakout year just because he's got to be there. Looks like he's going to be the starting left fielder. Plus 370, not great value, but something where it's a good parlay piece to get something else with it.
Think he'll win that?
I do think he's got the best shot at winning it with, again, a great opportunity, great supporting cast, and he is super fast. So I think, you get him on the base path, get him to start stealing some bases. I think that's going to carry some weight as well. And then it just goes to show. I mean, Paul Skeens is plus 200 to win the NL Cy Young. I mean, he could do it, sure, but I don't like that value at all.
He could do it, yeah.
Scooble's plus 350 for the AL Cy Young. And, I don't know. I'm a little bit scared of looking at this NL MVP market because you got Ohtani at 145, and then there's Soto at plus 550. Bryce Harper looks enticing. Kyle Tucker looks really enticing. Maybe we really see Tatis go after it this year, plus 850.
Where were you for the Jackson Cheerio year?
No cap.
Where the fuck were you?
I mean, look at Trey Turner at plus 5,000.
Where were you for the Trey Turner year? I think his stolen baseline is broken, bro. I think that's absolutely a broken line.
Yeah, that is a good shout. And then your MVP in the AL looks like right now, at least from the odds standpoint, is that it's going to be the race between Bobby Witt and Aaron Judge once again. Bobby Witt leading the charge at plus 270 with Aaron Judge at plus 300. Again, if you remember from last season, that Aaron Judge did get it, and it was no slight to Bobby Witt. It was just, you couldn't really compete with that. So if you took Aaron Judge out, it was going to be Bobby Witt. If you call for a little bit of a regression from Aaron Judge, then Bobby Witt should take it.
Where were you for the Vladdy Guerrero statement year?
True.
Where the fuck were you?
True.
Where were you for the H-Rod year? Where were you for the Julio Rodriguez year?
Where
were you for the Jose Ramirez year?
I was going to say, I kind of think I sound stupid saying this, but, Mike Trout is plus 1,800.
How do you feel about that?
I hate that.
Really?
He hasn't played a full season in forever.
Where were you for the Mike Trout statement?
So give me better value than plus 1,800.
It's Mike Trout.
I mean, look.
It's Mike Trout.
Give me. I need to see him play more than half a season.
I think they're saying if he plays a full season, I think you're just betting on the full season there.
You can't give me plus 1,800 for Mike Trout. You got to give me more value than that.
I think that's not bad for Mike Trout.
I want to see 2,500 for Mike Trout.
I think they know what they're doing though. I think they know this is the point where people are like, okay, I might buy that, bro. What? Put a little 20 on that. Just at one point, you might get popped with a free 300 at the end of the year. Fuck you, me.
Yeah.
What? That's a nice sweat.
Trout and Dominguez.
What?
I think
we're putting Trout in the award parlay, bro, for the sweat.
Yeah.
I think it's only right, bro.
I'm down with that.
What?
We'll definitely have to. We're gonna be looking to making our player award baseball parlay a little bit later in the month of March, but definitely before we get to opening day, which is just about 2 weeks away. And we have March Madness kicking off, so we will have our brackets out and who our national champions are going to be. Final Four predictions were on this show as well. If you did watch this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Apple Podcasts and Spotify listeners, we appreciate the hell out of you. Scroll to the bottom, give us those ratings. They do help us out a long, long way. Selection Sunday is on Sunday. Make sure to get your brackets in. We'll be back next week for our brackets, and then opening day is right around the corner, followed by the Masters at Augusta. Lock in with us. All Day Bets, Alex Dagos, Manny Ruffin. Talk to you soon.